Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we'll be talking about Leicester City versus Arsenal. Now both teams came into this game off the backs of differing forms in their Europa League matches. Arsenal, as you know from our last video, came back to win against Benfica and qualify through to the round of 16 in the Europa League. Whereas Leicester City, they went out to Slavia Prague 2-0 at home. After a 0-0 away at Slavia Prague, absolutely bitterly disappointing. But credit to Slavia Prague, by the way, they played exceptionally well. Sima scored an amazing goal that you should check out, but they did not bring it on the day. Now let's get into the team news. Leicester City are a team that are decimated by injuries. They currently have 6 players out. This is James Maddison, Ayoze Perez, Wesley Fofana, Dennis Praet, Wes Morgan, and James Justin. James Justin, I thought, was one of the best fullbacks in the league so far this season. Unfortunately, he suffered an ACL injury, and their injury woes did not get better this game. Harvey Barnes and Johnny Evans both went off with injuries today, and Harvey Barnes especially, I thought he's been playing very well so far this season. Could even go with the England squad to the Euros this summer, but unfortunately, he seemed to have a bad knee injury, which may have him sidelined for quite a while. We wish him well. Now, let's get into the game. Arsenal started off very poor, and I swear, I keep saying this every single time. It's a big game. Arsenal always start off very slow. Now today, what happened? Yuri Tielemans got the ball, and I swear it was a presidential escort that the Arsenal defenders gave him. Mohamed Elneny and Pablo Mari just kept backing off, especially Pablo Mari. He kept following Jamie Vardy, but David Luiz is marking Jamie Vardy. There was no communication from David Luiz to tell him to go push up, and he just kept backing off. Yuri Tielemans is like, well, I'm in the penalty box now, might as well shoot. Good finish into the corner, 1-0 to Leicester City. Another poor start from Arsenal. But Arsenal showed great character to get back into the game. Pepe, I thought, was my man of the match. Even though BT Sport and Motm gave it to Willian, who also had a very good game with 2 assists, Pepe was my man. In the first half, he absolutely tore up Luke Thomas. So bad that he had to get substituted at half-time. He was just tearing him up. Couldn't get anywhere near him. Pepe's at his best is when he's running at the defence, absolutely causing mayhem. That's when Pepe is at his best. Pepe, when he's on the touchline, dangling his left foot over the ball and slowing everything down, no. Pepe, when he's running at people, causing chaos, is when he's at his best, and that's what he was at today. Into the box and gets fouled by Wilfred Ndidi. I'm thinking penalty. The referee gives a penalty, but on VAR, the contact was just outside the penalty box. Correct decision, gave a free kick. But later on in the half, Pepe gets past Luke Thomas, gets brought down, free kick to Arsenal. Willian sends it. I don't know if they worked on the training ground, but that's how it looked like. Willian sends the ball. David Luiz comes. It's like a basketball play where the guy comes off a screen, comes through, unmarked, header, amazing header. It wasn't an easy chance, by the way. Amazing header into the corner, 1-1. Now, just before half time, Pepe and Wilfred Ndidi, Pepe got the ball, and he cut inside, and as he was about to shoot, he shoots the ball. Wilfred Ndidi, with his best Michael Jackson thriller impression, 2 arms in the air, ball hits his hand, and I'm thinking, is that not blatant? Why hasn't the referee given it? Why? Like, everyone saw it, I saw it. How come the referee didn't see it? But went to VAR. VAR clearly showed. The referee was there for like 1 second. I don't know what he saw, but the referee gives a penalty. Lacazette steps up into the corner. Very good penalty. We go into half-time 2-1, and I'm thinking, wow, huh? Leicester City, other than the goal, offered absolutely nothing. And the second half was to continue the same. Second half starts, they take off Luke Thomas, bring on Mark Albrighton. And around the 52nd minute, Pepe gets the ball on the break, goes inside, passes it off to Martin Odegaard, who came on for Smith Rowe earlier in the match. And he flicks it through. It wasn't a good pass by Pepe. I don't know how he saw Willian. I don't know how he got the ball through, but Odegaard gets the ball through to Willian, and then Willian, I don't know how he got the ball through to Pepe. It went through the defender's legs. Pepe had the easy tap in, 3-1, and to be honest, Leicester didn't really offer much after that. Not until like the 95th minute, where their best chance of the game came to Kelechi Iheanacho, and he just blazed it over the bar. Now, Kelechi Iheanacho, he kept trying to come deep to the ball, but Leicester City players weren't finding him. And when they did find him, he wasn't holding on to the ball. They create absolutely little. They're sorely missing James Maddison today. But Leicester City, should they be concerned? In my opinion, they 100% should be concerned. Last season, they dropped out of the top four, even though it looked like they had already made it. They dropped out of the top four and got Europa League. This season, even though that they're decimated by injuries, because they're decimated by injuries, they might not make the top four, honestly. Because they keep losing points. And especially how they went out of the Europa League in very embarrassing fashion. I don't know, it's looking very tough for them. Now, this is Arsenal's second victory at Leicester in the Premier League. The first one came in their title-winning season in 2015. And the second one's coming here today. Shows you how poor we've been at Leicester all these years. Now, one thing I do want to mention is how, like, you know, the naming on the shirts. It's just something that I noticed today. Like, how does that get done? Because some players have their first names, some people have their first and second names, some people have their last names. Like today, I've noticed David Luiz has David Luiz on the back, Pablo Mari has Pablo Mari on the back, Thomas Partey has got Thomas on the back. Like, what's going on? And then the rest of the players have their last names on the back. Gabriel Magalhaes has got Gabriel on the back. Gabriel Martinelli has got Martinelli on the back. Like, am I the only one that's confused? Like, how did they decide what name to put? Usually, I thought it was just everyone gets their last name. Willian Borges has got Willian on the back. Now, when I was younger, for the longest, I just thought Willian was his last name. But it's not. Like, what's going on? How do they decide which players get their first name, first and second, last name, anything in between on the back of their shirts? Can someone explain to me in the comments down below? Now, speaking of David Luiz, I thought he had an excellent game. He dealt with everything that came into the box. Leicester City had no chances. Scored a very good header. Willian as well. I thought they just played very well today. Leicester City offered nothing. And we move on. Now, Arsenal, after this win, they go to 9th in the Premier League. And Leicester's in third. They still have a gap of 4 points to West Ham. And they've got a gap of 6 points to Chelsea. But the way that Leicester's playing, I don't know. These last 2 games, I don't know. Anything can happen. I wouldn't rule out anything just yet. In the previous video, I have mentioned that I don't think Aubameyang's best position is at striker because he gets so isolated. His hold-up play isn't that great. However, I'd like to say some things on that. The last couple games when he's been playing up front, I have noticed that he's been drifting to the left, cutting inside. Now, if Aubameyang at striker is drifting to the left like Henry, how Henry loved to drift to the left, cut inside and curl it, if he's doing that, then I have no problems with Aubameyang playing up front. But if Aubameyang's standing in between the 2 centre-backs, offering nothing, not getting in behind, not holding the ball up well, then he should not play there. I should play Lacazette instead. Now let me know your thoughts on that below and anything else that I've mentioned today. What do you guys think of Martin Odegaard? Today I thought he played very well when he came on for Smith Rowe. So far, do you think that Arsenal should keep him? Because the way that the signing got announced and everything to do with the signing, it seemed like that it was a permanent signing, but as we all know, it's just a loan. So do you think there's something being cooked up behind the scenes? Maybe because we have Ceballos on loan and we have Odegaard on loan. Now we know Real Madrid they've got a lot of aging players that they need to replace. They're gonna go for players like Haaland. They're gonna go for players like Mbappe. They're gonna go for players like Camavinga, which are all not cheap at all. Now, do you think that they would be willing to sell Odegaard and Ceballos to Arsenal? Do you think Arsenal want both? Do you think they want one? Do you think they want neither? What do you think is going to happen to them in the future? The way that it seems like to me when Odegaard was announced, very weird to me. Because a loan signing, nothing exciting. But the way that Odegaard was getting hyped up, the way the Arsenal media were pushing it, it seemed like it was a permanent deal. So do you think there's anything behind the scenes that we don't know at the moment? Now, let me know your thoughts down below on any of the topics I discussed today. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, like if you enjoyed the video, and peace.